Hey, good morning, everybody. And it's an early one today. Just wanted to get out and do a little cross-country flight over to Fort Morgan. This will be our second post-maintenance flight, and I just want to make sure everything's working well before my wife and I go out to Burlington tomorrow to have some lunch at the Dish Room. So come along. We're going to get fired up, get warmed up, get our pre-flight done, and then we'll check in with you guys when we're getting ready to taxi out to the runway.
All right, check. You guys got me? All right, very good. Well, let's taxi over to the Compass Rose. We'll get our warm-up done. Brake check. Brakes work. Erie traffic. Cherokee 7055 Romeo is taxiing from the Compass Rose out to runway 34 via Alpha. Erie traffic. All right, you guys ready to go? Tom, you ready to go back there? All right, sounds good. Let's get our landing lights on, fuel pump on. Erie traffic, Cherokee 7055 Romeo is taking runway 34. Will be a straight out departure to the north. Erie traffic.
Erie Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation. 1207. Zulu, weather, wind, calm. 10. Clear, below 12,000, temperature 16 Celsius. Dew point. Altimeter 3014. Remark. Density altitude 6,200.
Here, runway 34. Brake set and held, propeller is all the way in. Fuel pump on, landing lights on. Hey, everything looks to be in the green. Release the brakes. Hey, everything's in the green. Airspeed's alive, we're at 60. Off we go. Erie traffic, Cherokee 7055 Romeo's 2 miles north of the field, departing to the north. Last call, Erie traffic. North practice area traffic, Cherokee 7055 Romeo just departed Erie. We're 2 miles north of the field at 6,000, climbing 7,500. North practice area traffic. Landing lights on anymore. Taxi light off, fuel pump off. We have Parkland right off our right. Alright, that was a pretty good takeoff. Nice and smooth. Smooth climb out. Everything's looking good. About another 1,000 feet. Sun's about to come up. Our practice area traffic, Cherokee 7055 Romeo's over Union Reservoir, leveling off 7,500. We're going to be turning eastbound. North practice area traffic. Well, we are up here at cruise flight. We are heading towards Greeley VOR, and everything is looking good. And we are heading out to Fort Morgan. Look ahead, and we will get, they are common traffic of 123.05. Got that in there. 132.95. Okay, we got that. All right, everything is looking good. Yeah, so this is our second flight after having our alternator fail. The story behind that was I was just got my run-up completed, and I got an error message on our transponder, and so I power cycled it, cleared the message, or tried to clear the message, and it wouldn't go away, so I power cycled it. It appeared to resolve the issue. When it came back up, I was able to see all the satellites, could even see traffic in the area. Everything looked normal. So I taxied onto the runway and proceeded to do my takeoff roll, and everything was looking good. I get about halfway down it and I get the same error message. I didn't think anything of it because if something was going wrong with the transponder, I didn't really need it. I was staying in the area, I was doing VFR, so no concern there. So I take off, rotate, and just as I'm doing that, the screen goes black. I'm like, okay, well that's not good. So I continue to climb out, looking around, troubleshooting things. Nothing else is indicative of something going wrong. As I'm climbing out, I start to see my fuel flow monitor flicker, and then it goes out, and at that point we're about 2 miles north of the field, which is normally my call out to say we're departing the area. And it was at that point that I decided to turn back to the airport because I'd had 2 electrical components fall off, and in my mind I start thinking this could be electrical failure.
Oh, great Scott!
And so I make a call out to the traffic in the area, and I let them know that I'm returning to the airport. Looks like I have a electrical failure. Currently still have radios. I turn off my NAV2 radio to try and save whatever battery I have. Turn off my ADF and DME. Things are starting to flicker on the one radio that's left, and so I make one call out that I'm in the downwind. And in the middle of that call out, I lost all of my radios. And at that point, I had lost all of my electrical. Engine was running smooth. No problems there. The magnetos were sending sparks to the engine, so we were good there. So I just carried on down into the downwind. There was really nothing more that I could troubleshoot at that point, so I focused everything on the landing, and ended up having a really nice, buttery, smooth landing. Taxi back to the parking spot, shut everything down, opened up the cowling just to see if maybe a wire had come loose, troubleshoot, keep it simple, start looking at things, but don't see anything obvious. I get back in the engine, try to turn, the beacon on, or flip the master switch on, see if the beacon's rotating. Nothing, and at that point I knew that we'd lost our alternator. The battery lasted as long as it could, and then, eventually that just gave out.
No, it's not working. The battery's dead.
Wait. What do you mean it's dead?
What do I mean? I mean the battery's dead. The battery's dead.
I guess the only thing that I could recommend is, just to anybody that's in this, same kind of situation, just kind of stay calm, go over your checklist, see if there's anything that you can do, shut down some of your components if you can to try to save battery. But you're not likely going to last for more than 30 minutes on that battery. We were lucky. We were close to the airport. Things happen, and we handled the situation and ended up having a good landing, safe landing, back at Erie. Hey boy, that sun has come up and it is looking pretty out. Be a really nice morning. Alright, so we're passing south of the town of Greeley. Off to our left, we've got Greeley Airport off to our left as well. I think I will be putting my sunglasses on now. We'll go over to Fort Morgan, traffic frequency. Right now their winds are 350 at 9. Reported last about 20 minutes ago. And their runway is 32. So a slight crosswind from the right. But we're just going to do a touch and go there, and then we're going to leave the area and then just kind of meander our way back to Erie. Again, just checking on our systems. Everything is looking good. We're going to switch fuel tanks now, get our fuel pump on, switch over to the left tank. Okay. Fuel pump off. Fuel flow stays. I guess while we got some time, I'll tell you another quick story. So I was looking to do some flight instruction in a Comanche that we have on the field there. Would get my practicable gear practice and high performance because it's got a 250 horsepower engine. And we go and with my instructor.
Fort Morgan Drive, crew track 298. We are 9 to the southeast of the airfield, coming in for the straight in RNAV approach for runway 32, Fort Morgan.
Okay, we'll keep an eye out for them. And so we do, we get out there and we're doing the pre-flight and everything, and the plane's been sitting out there for a little bit. The owner is looking to sell it, but to be honest, for what it has, it's not worth, the price that they want for it. So, but anyway, we went out there and doing the pre-flight and everything, and opened up the engine cowl, and sure enough, there's a bird's nest there that very much, like the one that we had in the engine bay of ours earlier this spring. But we got that all cleaned out and everything. Everything was looking pretty good. And so we're taxiing out. I'm finding it a little bit difficult to steer the nose. I don't know if it's, in my mind I'm thinking it's because of, difference in plane and everything, but I feel like I'm using a little bit more brake than I should be with just the rudder pedals. So, but we're taxiing around, we're getting around and everything. And we get our run up done, everything is looking good, everything's running smooth, the engine's really strong, or we're good to go. So we're taxiing out and we get onto the runway, and man, sure enough, when we go to give it the beans, I feel the difference in power from this 180 horsepower and to the 250, and sure enough, man, we started off to the left, and I go to put in full right rudder, and we continue to go off to the left, and I pull the throttle back, start to apply the brakes, and realize that we have no rudder pedal authority. So whatever I was experiencing on the field, taxiing around, surely was just the brakes moving us around. So yeah, we ended up taxiing off the runway, going back to our parking spot, or the parking spot for the plane, and looking under there at the nose wheel, trying to look at the foot pedals. We're not seeing any linkage or anything that's obvious that's disconnected. So we parked it back there, and the mechanics will be looking at that one next. Yeah, so just a couple of recent experiences that I've had with some airplanes, so we're looking to just have some kind of normal flights here for a little bit. All right, well, we're coming up on Empire Reservoir, Fort Morgan. It's about 10 miles, okay. And there's one person that's coming in to land. We'll just continue our heading this way to the east.
Fort Morgan traffic, crew track 298, 4 mile final, straight in for runway 32, coming in on the RNAV, Fort Morgan.
Fort Morgan Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation 1244 Zulu. Wind 320 at 8 knots. Visibility more than 10. Sky condition, missing. Temperature, 8 Celsius. Dew point, 1 Celsius. Altimeter, 3,007 inches of mercury. Remarks, density altitude, 6,000.
Well, winds are 320 right down the runway. Fort Morgan traffic, Cherokee 7055 Romeo is entering the left 45. Midfield downwind for runway 32, Fort Morgan traffic. Okay, get our landing lights on, fuel pumps on, gas is on a good tank, undercarriage is fixed, mixture is set, prop will get it on final, switches and safety belts, we're all good. You good back there, Tom? Alright, coming in for a touch and go. Brother. Fort Morgan traffic, Cherokee 55 Romeo's turning left base, 32. Touch and go. Fort Morgan traffic. Fort Morgan traffic, Cherokee 55 Romeo's turning final, runway 32, touch and go with a departure to the northwest. Fort Morgan traffic. Up all the way in.
Morgan traffic, cropped up to 2 Bravo, also about to line up and roll 3, extend out to the southwest slowly.
Fort Morgan traffic, Cherokee 7055 Romeo's on the departure leg of 32, we're departing to the northwest, Fort Morgan traffic. Fort Morgan traffic, Cherokee 7055 Romeo's 2 miles north of the field. We're going to be turning west. This will be our last call, Fort Morgan traffic. Area traffic, Cherokee 7055 Romeo is clear of 34, taxiing back to parking via Alpha. Erie traffic.
Erie traffic, Fort Cruiser 588 Sierra Charlie, taking off runway 34, departure to the northeast, Erie. Air traffic, Talk 1520 Alpha, midfield, left downwind, 34 Erie.
All right, everybody. Well, that was a good, successful flight again. Another post-maintenance flight, a little bit further out, a little longer trip this time. Everything's running well, so very happy. Get everything parked away, and then tomorrow we'll be heading out to Burlington, grab some lunch at the dish room. So get a good night's sleep, come back for tomorrow.
Air traffic, Stonewall 644, Tango Mike, taking runway 34 for a straight out departure, Erie.
Air traffic, Talk 1520 Alpha, turning left base 34, touch go Erie.
Erie traffic, light sport 1 Tango Tango, taxiing from South Surf Fuel to runway 34 via Alpha, Erie.
And light sport there, I think we're going to go ahead and take your spot, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, is this the, you right there?
Yeah, the white Cherokee.
You got it, man.